Hello everyone, I'm Sean, alright, and this is Everyday Food Reviews. Today, we've got a bit of a selection from the midnight delivery in Liverpool. Now, I did a video on the midnight delivery back in December, about 3 months ago, and as much as I liked the food, I did have a couple of issues with it along the way. They've recently seen that video and reached out to me and said, you've raised a couple of issues. That's fine. We'd like you to give us another go because we've since then improved the customer service a lot. We're trying to expand. Basically, the negative comments could be damaging, and that's never my intention. Is for the negative comments to be damaging. I just try and be as honest as possible, and the problem is no one gets everything right 100% of the time. So things can often seem more negative because I can only base my reviews on my experiences, and if I have one bad experience, that's my review is going to be based on. Unfortunately, I've not got the time or money to order from somewhere 5 times over as many weeks and then evaluate it. And in some ways that might seem unfair, but that's just the nature of what we do on the channel. And I really respect the time it took them. It was Sophie at the Midnight Delivery who reached out to me. The time it took her to reach out and try and put this right. And I respect that. To me, before I've even tried any of this, that just says to me that the comments that I made in that video aren't necessarily representative of the service and the product there, because people who see our videos can see how honest they are and how honest we be. We don't try and be negative for the sake of it, and we don't try and be negative without good reason. If anything, we try and be positive whenever we can. So the fact that people see the negativity, see that we are honest, and then reach out and say, give it another chance, that says to me that they're confident in what they're doing and they know they're doing something good. Otherwise, they would try and avoid, like I know Sneak, when we made some negative comments about Sneak energy drink in the past, they won't answer us on Twitter anymore. They were quite happy to talk to us until they saw the video and it wasn't overwhelmingly positive as they, or certainly as positive as they might have liked, and then they stopped answering. So the fact that somebody sees something, sees that it's negative, and then wants to put that right, that to me is a very good sign. And I think I've waffled enough. I've got a lot of food here. So Sophie rang me up. If you watch the channel, you might know I'm on a bit of a diet at the moment, and what she suggested is sending me out some stuff for me to do another video. And I'm thinking I'm on a bit of a diet at the moment. I'm trying to watch my calories. I don't know if that's the best idea. I don't know if that's what I should be. It was a difficult decision to make, and it took me nearly an entire second to weigh it up and say yes. It wasn't an instant decision like that. But what we've got a Kinder Bueno cake. Show you that. That'll be the thumbnail. So I like this one. Kinder Bueno cake, which is what I asked for, and she mentioned on the phone that these are the two new things. We've got a cookie dough brownie tower. I can't remember exactly what it's called on the menu. It's a cookie dough brownie tower, and this weighs a brick. So I'm excited about that. Because one thing I did mention in the last video was the portion size, but looking at what I've got here, I think that was obviously down to what I'd chosen from the menu more than anything, and I think I did allude to that, and if I didn't, I should have done. But we've got the donut, which is the same size donut as last time, but the donuts, the flavours and varieties of donuts, they do change. I think the base donut is basically the same, but the flavours change. This one is Terry's white chocolate orange, and I'm very excited about that. So the cake and the cookie dough tower I asked for, and I mentioned that I really like the sound of the white chocolate Terry's orange donut, but I didn't want to be cheeky and ask for too much. But to my surprise, she's delivered that, and on top of that, a free cookie dough. The lady who delivered it was very nice. She said there's a free cookie dough in there for you, and I thought, well, it's all free for me today. I'm a very very lucky boy. And we've also got this portion of ice cream. I'm not 100% sure which item this is meant to be paired with, or whether it's just an independent thing on the menu. I do need to check again, but the ice cream's very nice. It's Moo to You vanilla dairy ice cream. So I'm not sure where to start. I think I'll come to the donut last because that's going to make my fingers sticky. Everything else I can eat with a spoon. And the other thing, the donuts are a portion too. My girlfriend's got the other one. I know the last video I did, we divided everything in half, and my girlfriend ate half of it downstairs. But this one, seeing as they've sent it to me for free for the video, I felt I'm not going to eat the entire thing myself. I am going to share it with my girlfriend, but I felt it only fair that I should show the full portion size rather than, just showing half of it on the plate, because that could make it look smaller than it actually is. So we'll start with the cake. So this cake, it's Kinder Bueno cake. I think it's got crushed up Bueno in here. I assume this is hazelnut sauce over it. Yeah. I should mention now as well, the cookie dough was delivered warm, and the donuts had a label on that said microwave for 20 seconds, so we've done that. That's, I think, why it's leaking out a little bit. I might have not put the microwave on a low enough setting. I put it on 40% for 20 seconds. But it didn't arrive leaking out like that. That's my doing. Cake's delicious. I can't fault it. I could try, but I'd still fail, I think. I think it's got chocolate on the outside. One thing I might like to see, again, this is me trying to think of something, rather than chocolate over the outside if it had buttercream icing. But that's just because I like buttercream icing. And yeah, that makes it, you're adding calories, you're adding sugar, you're adding fat, and you're adding nothing but that. That's all you're adding. But I think at the point at which you've decided to order one of these cakes, you're probably not concerned whether it's got, I don't know, 6 million calories or 9 million calories. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Or is that just me? But yeah, if it was me making the cake, I'd put buttercream icing on. But that's one thing I don't do. I'll cook nearly anything. I'll give anything a go. But baking, I can't do, if I'm honest. I've just never had any luck with it. We'll try this cookie dough next. I'm not sure. Is this? There's bits of something in it. I'm not sure what it is. Some sort of. I think it's the cookie dough is the one you see on the Instagram, and they have like the Freddos in, and they put the spoon in, and it's all melting, and you think. You just try and convince yourself you don't need it, but you want it, and I see a lot of the comments on there are things like that this is going to be my treat for myself when I've lost some more weight, and yeah, the timing couldn't have been better for me being offered this because, I've been relatively good over the last couple of weeks over the diet. So it's like, yeah, I can justify this at the moment. I've not really been eating many cakes. So there's some sort of chocolate bar in this. I think it might be Milky Way, but I can't quite tell. There's a lot of what looks like caramel sauce, and I did lick the lid when I took it off. It tasted like caramel sauce. It tasted lovely. Oh, there's nice crusty bits have stuck to the bottom of this. Oh yeah, we can get them out. We've got them. Yeah, I think based on my experience so far, I think it must have just been a bad day for everyone last time. I was probably having a bad day. That's why I'd made the decision to order cakes and cheer myself up. Whoever was making it might have had a bad day. These things happen. This is so far. I think the cookie sandwiches as well. If you're going to order from there, I'd say get things other than the cookie sandwiches because I think compared to everything here today, the cookie sandwiches are a relatively small portion and they're relatively less indulgent, I think. Oh, that's nice. Um, yeah, I can admit when I'm wrong, and I wouldn't necessarily say I was wrong when I've done the other review, but I will say that it's not necessarily representative for whatever reason, whether it was me putting a negative spin on things or whether it was just them having a bad day or a little bit of everything adding up. This is so much better, but then expected it to be. I said that before. If I wouldn't expect that they would reach out to me and offer me this if they didn't know that it was going to be better. So this is the cookie dough brownie tower. Now, this sounded so nice and it looked so nice, but then seeing it on here, it's a little bit intimidating. It's massive. So we got layers. We've got presumably brownie on the bottom and cookie dough on the top. I'm not sure what this is in the middle. It looks very chocolatey. It's oh, there's chocolate on the base as well under the brownie. It's got like a chocolate base. There's crunchy bits in there. I think there's chocolate chips in the cookie dough. So this is one of the newer items. I do need to try the donut, and I'm sure it'll be nice. But so far, what I'm thinking is, if you want to order something warm, then order this cookie dough. The cookie dough in the foil tub, foil tray. If you want to order something not warm, or order this. I'm not sure what this is in the middle, but it is delicious. It's like I don't know, it's like a ganache or something. But it's nice. That is so nice. We'll save the donut till last, and we've got the paper towel. So it's iced all over apart from on the bottom. It's got a filling that's leaking out. Try that. The filling is chocolate orange flavour. Yeah, that's nicer than the donuts were last time. Last time I remember they didn't taste quite so fresh. Even though I'd put them in the microwave, they didn't taste 100%. They were very nice, don't get me wrong, but they didn't taste 100%. This is exceptional. So with all that in mind, I'd say given the prices, it's still very much a treat. But then, regardless of the price, I mean, this could be free. For me today, it was free. It's still very much a treat. If you could have this for free every day, you still shouldn't. So I'd say, in a way, they should be more expensive, because then you'd be less inclined to order them on a whim when you if you're trying to watch your calories. Well, I do know they said they're expanding. I tried on the app putting in John's postcode in St Helens, and they delivered to there. They got a location in Warrington, so I'm thinking it was a bit of a celebration or something when I can see John again and do videos together in his kitchen, rather than in the cars. I'll get one of these delivered to John with whatever new item they've got on at the time. But the Bueno cake's very nice, but this tower, it for me, that's an incredible dessert. The cookie dough, I've never been a big fan of these cookie doughs. I've had them in restaurants a couple of times and they've been okay. This is the best one I've had. And the donut, I think my one of my criticisms last time was that it was segmented by the chocolate that was inserted into it. It was segmented into five, so that made it difficult to cut in half, because I ordered two and there was one of each of two varieties. This one, they're both the same variety, and it's segmented into four, so you can cut it in half a lot easier, but I don't need to cut it in half because they're both the same anyway. So, but yeah, the donuts, it's soft and delicious, and yeah, for whatever part I played in the negativity last time, I'm sorry for that. It's not my intention, but I'm hoping that this can, it's certainly put it right as far as we're both concerned. Because if this is representative of what you offer ordinarily, then I can 100% understand the hype on Instagram, the number of people recommending it, and the fact that you say, you know, what I'm not trying to put words in everybody's mouth, but if it was me looking at something that I'd made, and I'm thinking, I know the stuff I make is better than they're saying it is, so either they're being unfair or this is an anomaly. Today, I'm going to say that it was an anomaly, and that they were confident enough about that fact to arrange this video today. And I am really, I would say pleasantly surprised, but I'm not surprised, because like I say, they wouldn't have contacted me if they weren't confident it would be this good. So if this had come out of the blue, I'd be surprised, but it hasn't. We've arranged this earlier today. So thanks very much, Sophie at the Midnight Delivery, and your team. The customer service apparently is something they've been working on. It's not something I've experienced as a customer this time around, but if their organisation of this little spread was anything to go by, then I'd be happy to say that it's improved. But I didn't actually order on the app today, but I did have a look at the app, like I say, to put in John's postcode and see if they'll deliver up there, and they do. So I'm looking forward to going here again. Is what I'll say. I think it's so this is what you want. If you're ordering as a treat, you don't want something that's not quite there. But this is there. This is where it should be. This is where my expectations would be from seeing all the delicious food on Instagram and stuff. This is where it is. So I hope that puts everything right. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Cheers.